I probably scared everyone. Guys, I'm so mad. I'm so mad because I like literally was recording, but it was muted. So like I didn't get anything. It was so bad. It was recording and I didn't get anything. But anyways, I'm redoing this part again, so which sucks. But hi, welcome to This Era, the show that talks. I'm just kidding. I'm not talking about that. Why? Because this is a bonus episode. It's a bonus episode, sweetie. I wanted to do a little bonus episode of what inspired this podcast, This Era. And, just wanted to do a little cute bonus and talk about that, my little inspo. Yeah, that's really it. Season 1 already ended, and I don't know, I just wanted to do a little episode like that. So let's get started, sweeties, because like I'm over here rambling about this episode. Hi. It's me. It's Kevin. Yeah. Well, anybody ever watched Antonio Garza? Antonio Garza. That's what he did. He always did that sort of situation. Anyways, yeah. What was I going to say? I wanted to say that this episode is sponsored by Astro Cosmetics. It's a vegan lip gloss. Definitely go check it out. Astro Cosmetics. And it's by my good friend, Hope Charisse. She is the CEO, very beautiful brand owner of creator of the vegan lip gloss, Astro Cosmetics. So if you guys want to check it out, it's in my show notes. You can check it out in my show notes, all the links and stuff. But it is astrocosmetics.co. And also her, Instagram page, Astro Cosmetics. Definitely go check that out. She already has some samples that are $3.50. You guys can get some samples of two beautiful glosses, Venus gloss sample and the sun glass sample. She also has a Pisces gloss. It is a wonderful nude, and these are all inspired by different things. Like, for example, the Pisces gloss is inspired by the Pisces season. It's a beautiful nude, and it is in appreciation to Neptune, the planet of creation, illusions, dreams, and awareness. That's what it says on the website here. You can definitely go buy those now. Again, www.astrocosmetics.co. So definitely go check that out. Beautiful. We love it. We love that. These are so wonderful. I'm a big fan of the sunglass. I do want to buy that one. It just looks so wonderful. They're very shimmery. And vegan, even better. We love vegan stuff. So yeah, what was I going to say? I just wanted to make a little quick episode. Nothing really big, nothing major. I have my little tea here. I should make that would be cool, huh? I should make a bonus episode, but it would be like ASMR. Oh, that would be cool. I'm probably going to do that, but I don't know. What inspired this podcast, This Era? The color palette. My color palette is I honestly don't even have like a fully made like color palette. Like I didn't make a palette. Because usually what I did with some stuff, because I'm studying graphic design and stuff, and like I do graphic design, I would have a color palette, right? But This Era is like, it was sort of, I don't know if you guys noticed, like, let me pull it up here. If you look at my cover art, it is a very, very light purple, this off-white, very creamy sort of, I don't know, it's not creamy, it's just like an off-white. I have this aesthetic with my, my feature, my face is there, but it's like this, like almost like painted, blotty version of me. And the text is bubbly and very space inspired. And then we have the planet Mercury and Saturn. Why do we have the planet Mercury and Saturn? These are questions that nobody asks, but I asked. How was this inspired? So let me just talk about the inspo here. Once upon a tea. Not Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Tea. That is an episode name. Girl, what am I doing? Once Upon a Tea? That's a great name. I'm going to write that down. Let me add it to my season 2 potential. Potential candy. Once Upon a Tea. That's a pretty cool thing. I'm going to do that. Anyways, yeah, Once Upon a Time, what did I do? It was Christmas. This was last year. I for a few months before that, a few months before Christmas, so like January, what is that? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. I think it's probably like September. I honestly don't know, people, but I wanted to make those like album cover art things for like my boyfriend, me being all cute and like romantical. I wanted to make something like that, and I wanted to make it personally. You know, my boyfriend's gonna listen to this and he's gonna be like, "What? What did you say?" I'm just kidding. But I wanted to make one personally, but I decided to have someone else make it because the cost of me making it would have been more. And I'm a person who's, I'm a Gemini and I want to do efficient stuff in an efficient way. So there was a lot of stuff that happened, but this person who was going to make it, I was talking to this person, and, deliberating, like, I wanted everything to be perfect. And, it was weird. I didn't really know what I wanted with the cover of this album thing. And what I did is so once upon a tea, it was at night. I was about to go to sleep. I suddenly got this weird inspiration to make a poem. And I'm being a little bit personal here, but I made a poem and like it came out, it stemmed from the planets, from my planet Mercury and from my boyfriend's planet Saturn. And this art that I made for the thing, it was an album cover. I wanted it to be not hand painted, but like a hand illustration of him and me. And originally it was going to be me and him, like just like together. And like, it was, some random background, like I wanted to have like leaves and stuff like that. Whatever. Everything came into fruition. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this stuff, but I made this cover art and it was this color, the same color you see on my podcast cover art. It is that purple color, the stars, all of these things. These are original vectorized images that I created in my program. And I grabbed it from that cover art. So one day, one day, I knew that I wanted to make a podcast, but I didn't know what the art and all of these things, the things that inspired me. And then I would look at this cover art that, I gave my boyfriend this gift in Christmas and all that. I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, like that is it. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to use. That's perfect. So I used it. That's it. Thank you for listening to, this era. I'm just kidding. No, I used that color and I thought it was so pretty. The whole idea was perfect. This era, like it's an era, it's a new era, it's my era. It's about me, my planet. All of these things are like, it fit perfectly. So I took the color palette, and the color palette is exactly what you see here. It's this like very muted, like very like lavender. I took the image. So this photo, this photo is literally a photo that is me and my boyfriend. It sounds almost sad. It's like, oh, I cut my boyfriend out of this and I put myself only. No, like it literally is. It's literally just a picture of me and my boyfriend, but it's not. He's on the right side of this image. If you look at my cover art, look at it right now. Look at it right now, people. If you're on your phone, look at my cover art. You see my face. So you see this era, and then it's my face. I made this decision to make this the way it is. And I put my planet there, and I put his planet. And all of this was taken from that card. I made him a card wall and the cover art and all that. And I took those vectors and I put it in here. And I kept the color scheme, and I created the same font. And then I created the word "this era," and I made different variations, a lot of variations. And it came into this. But yeah, so this photo, the photo of me, in the original photo, it's on my Instagram. If you want to go check it out on Instagram, it's me and my boyfriend like right next to each other, and it's like golden hour. I basically got that image. I cut it out. And I did this process. It's so weird. It's like the program would like grab the colors that are most necessary. I don't know, and then it would like make this, and then I adjusted a bunch of stuff because it was pretty messed up. I adjusted a lot of my colors on my face because it was pretty weird looking. I don't know how to explain it. So a lot of the colors I had to just make them the same and just overall fix my thing, especially my hair. And then I put it there. And still I make I made a lot of variations. The original cover art you see right now is not how it used to be. It was actually a little bit different before. But that changed. I changed it over time. But yeah, I'm inspired by obviously the stars and all of these things, but also the organic shapes. Sort of like if you notice like this era, the word this era, and the borders are rounded. They have a rounded thing. And that's very popular. That's something that's very popular now. We love the organic look, and I decided to do that. If you notice, and this is so funny, this is a pretty deep insight to my cover art and the decision that I made here. If you go to I'm gonna use Spotify as an example, and you look at it, you look at my podcast right next to, like, side by side to other podcasts right next to it, you'll notice that mine looks a little small. That was very intentional. The smallness, whatever, looks like that because it has a very it's actually, oh my god, that was not a fart. I don't know, it sounded like a fart. I don't know if that's coming off of in my thing, but whatever. I adjusted my glasses. It sounded like a fart. Anyways, I swear I didn't fart, but if I did, I would still tell you. Tea. Once upon a tea. Anyways, the border has this like off, like a muted black, whatever. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a black, but it's really, I think it's purple or red, but it's like you add more black to it and it makes this like color, whatever. It doesn't matter. But it's this black border. And if you look at it on like a black, on a dark mode situation, especially Spotify, because Spotify is dark, you will notice that it looks a little smaller than the other podcast cover art. And my body, so if you see my image, is going over that. So it's like it's on top of it. This was all very intentional. I really wanted this. And that's how I made this sort of situation. What happened that day, it was so weird. It was just an aha moment. It was like a little moment where I got a rush of inspiration. I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. And I immediately started creating. I started making my art. I started uploading it, creating I made my, what's it called? Let me drink some tea here. My mouth is a little dry. Once Upon a Tea. That's my brand. I made the trailer, the podcast trailer, because I had to do that in order to start distribution. And I started distributing my podcast very slowly. And this was in a matter of a good month, whatever. It took a good month for everything to start working together. And I wasn't promoting it yet. But during that time is when I started creating, I think before, I'm jumping so many places. So so last year, like towards the end of last year is when I started creating the documents, folders, and files. So I started creating folders for my podcast and files. Folders and files are the same thing. Documents, the documents for like the layout. So like technically like my podcast, the season 1 notes. And in season 1, I had the schedule, the episode numbers, the name, obviously, the name of the episode. So most of the names that you see on these episodes are names that I've already planned out. A lot of them changed, like episode 5. I did definitely want hope in my podcast. I had that in my show notes, and it's just funny because it's cool because that happened. But like I remember we were talking and like I told her whatever. Well, anyways. I wanted Hope to join. I did want my cousin to join. Jose was a bit of a surprise to join my thing. I did want a lot of people to join, but it just time and all of these things, it didn't align right. But season 2 is always the next option. So, but I made my season 1 notes. things that I needed to add. I made my, stuff like, what's it called? Stuff like my show notes, my intro, the trailer, action items, things like, stuff that like I need, like stuff that I want to say, call to action. Like in the end of my episodes, I try to like tell you guys like, hey, make sure you follow me and all that. Because I mean, if you don't follow me, how are you gonna get notifications, right? That's the T. Once upon a T. So yeah, I started doing that. I started creating those documents. Once I had that laid out, that's when I started creating the art. And then the whole art thing came up into fruition. And I started to create promotional art, promotion. Like as I started adding like which places my podcast is already distributed at and like where you can listen to it. I was thinking about like, how am I going to promote it, whatever. There's so many ways I could do this, but because I'm trying to self-promote it here, I did it the way I do it now. So if you follow me on Instagram and my social medias and all that and Snapchat, you probably already saw like those like things, those posts that I put, sort of highlighting like an episode and like promoting it. And that's what I'm just doing that. But that's what I created. And I have like several actually. There's some that I haven't even used and I'm just not, I haven't posted. There's a lot of them that I still have that I have not used, but that's okay because that's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a wide variety of stuff that you can use and stuff. So originally, I don't know, I feel like I had like a actual, like I wanted to talk about a lot of things, but like not really. It sort of became a personal journals podcast. And I sort of talked about this in one of my episodes prior. I don't know what episode, honestly, but I said that my podcast went towards a personal journals route. And like the main category seems to be personal journals because I talk about mainly like stuff that's been going on in my life or has gone. And that has inspired a lot of people. And that's very in the category of personal journals. So I might I haven't changed it actually. I might change the main thing to personal journals, but what I have it currently on, I honestly don't know what I have it right now. I think it's society and culture. The subcategories in society and culture is personal journals. So I'm good with that. I don't know if I'm going to change it, but that's my podcast sort of went towards that route, and that's where I do best, I guess. There's so many different podcasts. There's podcasts about anything you can imagine. There really is podcasts about like freaking ASMR. There's podcasts about anything like food, like whatever. And mine is about this, and that's okay. So, and that's going to change. And something that I needed to learn is that, and especially if you're going to start a podcast, if you're going to make a podcast, you don't need an exact thing in the beginning. You're going to learn what exactly your podcast is, and you're going to switch it up from there. That's completely okay. And I don't know, you're just going to find that way. What can it be? Like, where do I want it to go? I honestly don't know. I have had lots of, I'm not speaking right. I have received a lot of love with the podcast. A lot of people listen to it. I'm so grateful for that. Like, thank you guys, like whoever's listening to it right now. Thank you for listening to this era. Like, I truly, truly appreciate it. I have received so many comments of things that have helped people. And that's really inspiring. Like, that's something that I didn't really know was going to happen. And like the fact that it happened and came into fruition is really, really cool. And that's something that is like the beauty of it. Hope recently posted something I thought it was really, really nice. She said, thank you, Kevin, for enriching Tucson with your creative, honest content. You inspire us all. Thank you, Hope, so much. Like that. And I've received comments like that. And I didn't really know how impactful it is, because there was a lot of people that have told me like that this, that they needed to hear something or something like that. And you know what? I like to think that I needed to do this for that. I needed to do it for me, but also because some people needed to hear that. I truly think that the universe did this on purpose for a reason, or maybe this podcast can also be help for someone in the future. Whether it is my niece or myself listening to it, it's probably going to be useful in the future, So I'm just gonna let it happen. Um, as you should, just let it happen. And this is what I needed to do. So here I am doing it right now and filming this bonus episode. So where do I want it to go? I honestly don't know where I want it to go. I could obviously imagine possibilities of it doing so many different things, but time would tell. And I honestly don't know what I do not. I made a folder called Season 2. Wait, what's it called? Season 2 podcast notes. The folder is empty. There's nothing in there. I really have nothing, but I know that one day it's gonna click, and I'm gonna be inspired, and I'm gonna write down not all of it, but write down some episode ideas, whatever. If you have any ideas, please let me know. Like, you can definitely let me know on social media, or you can leave me a message on you can go on my show notes and click leave a message right there, and you can leave me a message through that with a recording. And definitely let me know if you like. That would be really, really cool. I truly appreciate it. If you want to join me, definitely, you can definitely tell me through either social media or right there. And I would love to arrange something, to do that. But I do not have anything with season 2. I don't have anything written down. I haven't even thought about it. And the reason is because I have school right now, and I wanted to do season 1, and I upload that. And when school's over, I will do season 2. That was the plan, and that could change, but here we are now. It is completely, entirely possible for me to continue season 1 during school, but I decided not to do that. And so I only wanted 10 episodes to air, and that's it. So yeah, I really don't know if I think I hit everything, that I could think about. But that's what I was inspired by that card, that thing that I did make for my boyfriend. And that's what inspired the whole thing technically. And one day it clicked, and I started making everything, creating the documents, promotional, distribution, all those things. And here we are now. I really don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that I can do, a lot of segments and stuff, but it just, that takes a lot of time and effort. And, I definitely do want to do some stuff in season 2 that I could think of. So yeah, that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. Yeah, that's it for this bonus episode. Quick little bonus episode. Thank you guys for listening. And I don't know, thank you for supporting this era. This era. I did it wrong. I clicked the wrong button. Did you hear that? It was a crickets. Is it crickets, or I don't know what the hell that is? Anyways, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for listening. Remember to spread a little kindness. Thank you for everything, for sticking with me. And I hope to see you in season 2. All right, well, bye, peoples. Have a wonderful day.